Ever thought about how much your hobbies and interests say about you? Welcome to a journey into the vibrant world of hobbies and interests. These delightful pastimes, these passions that we carve out time for, they're more than just a way to while away the hours. They're an integral part of our lives, a reflection of who we are, what we love, and often, what we aspire to be. Hobbies are like a hidden language, a secret code that reveals our personality, our tastes, even our dreams. They are our personal playgrounds where we can be our true selves, away from the roles we play in our everyday lives. Whether it's the rush of adrenaline from scaling a rock face, the quiet satisfaction of knitting a scarf, or the joy of creating a culinary masterpiece, hobbies provide us with a sense of accomplishment and joy that our regular routines often can't. But hobbies are more than just fun and games. They're a vital part of our personal development and well-being. They provide us with a mental break, a chance to relax, to learn something new, to challenge ourselves, to meet like-minded folks, and most importantly, to do something we truly enjoy. Now, the world of hobbies is as diverse as we are. There are hobbies that require physical strength and stamina, like marathon running or mountain biking. There are hobbies that flex our creative muscles like painting, writing, or playing a musical instrument. There are hobbies that quench our thirst for knowledge like reading, researching, or birdwatching. And then there are hobbies that nourish our souls like meditation, gardening, or simply watching the sunset. No matter what your hobby is, it's a part of you. It's something you choose to do because it brings you happiness, satisfaction, or a sense of achievement. It's a way to express yourself, to explore your interests, to connect with others, and to make your life richer and more fulfilling. Remember, your hobbies are a reflection of you. So let's explore this exciting world of hobbies and interests. So, are you wondering how to talk about your hobbies in English? Well, buckle up! This video is designed to help you practice and master the language of hobbies. We're about to dive straight into the nuts and bolts of chatting about your interests. Let's start with the basics. When you want to share your hobby, you can start by saying I enjoy or I love, followed by your hobby. For instance, I enjoy painting or I love playing the guitar. Simple and straight to the point. Now, if you want to add a little zest, you could say I'm really into or I'm passionate about. These phrases add a touch of enthusiasm and show just how much you love your hobby. For example, I'm really into photography. I'm passionate about gardening. Sometimes you might want to express that you do your hobby regularly. In this case, you could say, I often, or I usually, followed by your hobby. For example, I often go hiking on weekends, or I usually spend my evenings reading. And if you're a jack of all trades and have more than one hobby, no problem. Just use the word also to connect your hobbies. For instance, I love baking and I also enjoy knitting. Ever been stuck for words when trying to talk about your hobbies in English? Well, let's sharpen our language skills together and get you chatting about your favorite pastimes with ease. The trick is to have a few go-to questions and responses in your conversation toolkit. For instance, a classic way to kickstart a conversation about hobbies is to simply ask, what do you like to do in your free time? This open-ended question invites a myriad of responses, allowing the other person to take the conversation in the direction they wish. Now let's say someone asks you this question. A great way to reply could be, I enjoy reading. But why stop there? Add some color to your response. Try, I enjoy reading, especially mystery novels. I love the thrill of trying to solve the puzzle before the detective does. See how that gives your conversation partner more to work with? Now, to keep the conversation flowing, follow up with related questions. If someone tells you they love cooking, you might ask, what's your favorite dish to prepare? Or, where do you find your recipes? Show genuine interest and you'll keep the conversation lively and engaging. Now, what if you're the one with the cooking hobby? You might answer those follow-up questions like this. My favorite dish to prepare is my grandmother's spaghetti bolognese. I love how the recipe connects me to my family history. As for finding new recipes, I usually browse food blogs or watch cooking shows for inspiration. Remember, when talking about your hobbies, it's not just about listing activities. It's about sharing experiences, feelings, and stories. So, don't be afraid to express your passion or excitement. Use descriptive language to paint a vivid picture of why you love what you do. Interests, they're more than just hobbies, aren't they? They are the sparks that light up our lives, the threads that weave the fabric of our personalities. But how do they differ from hobbies? Well, hobbies are activities we engage in for pleasure or relaxation, typically during our leisure time. Interests, on the other hand, can be broader. They might not always involve an activity, but they captivate our attention and curiosity. We might be interested in history, for example, without it being a hobby that we actively pursue. Ready to share your interests with the world? Let's dive into the art of conversing about interests. It's all about asking the right questions and providing engaging responses. Imagine you're at a social gathering and you've just met someone new. A great way to break the ice and get to know them better is by asking about their interests. You could start with something simple like, "So, what are you interested in?" or "What do you like to do in your spare time?" These open-ended questions give the other person a chance to share their passions and open up a world of conversation topics. Now let's say they respond with, "I'm really into photography." Here's where your response comes in. You could say, "That sounds fascinating. What got you into photography?" or "What do you love most about it?" This shows that you're genuinely interested in their passion, and it keeps the conversation flowing. But what if you share the same interest? That's even better. You could respond with, "No way, me too. What's your favorite thing to photograph?" This not only keeps the conversation engaging, but also allows you to connect on a common ground. Conversing about interests isn't just about asking questions, it's also about sharing your own passions. When someone asks about your interests, be open and enthusiastic. For instance, if you're passionate about cooking, you could say, "I absolutely love cooking. There's something so satisfying about creating a delicious meal from scratch." Remember, the key to conversing about interests is to be curious, be genuine, and be open. It's about connecting with others and sharing your passions with the world. So next time you're in a conversation, don't be afraid to ask about interests and share your own. And if you're ever stuck for a response, remember this simple phrase: "That's interesting. Tell me more." It's a surefire way to keep the conversation going and show your interest. Now you're equipped to talk about your hobbies and interests, but let's not stop there. There's a whole world of conversation waiting for you. So go out there and share your passions with the world. Did you know that sharing your hobbies and interests can create connections? That's right. When we open up about the things we love, we allow others to see a more personal side of us. This can create deeper bonds, spark interesting conversations, and even lead to new friendships. Let's dive into the social benefits of sharing your hobbies and interests. Imagine you're at a gathering, and someone mentions they enjoy hiking. If you also love hiking, that's an instant common ground. You can share your favorite trails, discuss the best gear, and maybe even plan a future hike together. Similarly, if you're passionate about cooking and you meet a fellow foodie, you can exchange recipes, discuss cooking techniques, or even schedule a cook-off. But how can you effectively share about your hobbies and interests in English? There are some simple strategies that can help. First, be genuine. Share your passion with enthusiasm. Your excitement can be infectious and encourage others to share their interests too. Next, be descriptive. Instead of just saying, "I like reading," you could say, "I love losing myself in a good mystery novel. The suspense and plot twists keep me on the edge of my seat." This gives others a clear picture of your hobby and could spark their interest. Finally, be open to learning about other people's hobbies and interests. If someone shares that they love birdwatching, even if it's not your cup of tea, show interest. Ask questions. You might discover a new hobby you never knew you would enjoy. Remember, sharing your hobbies and interests isn't just about telling others what you like to do. It's about building connections, fostering a sense of community, and creating opportunities for meaningful conversations. So go out there and start sharing. You never know who you might connect with. So, are you ready to talk about your hobbies and interests in English? We've covered a lot today, from the wide world of hobbies and interests to the language that brings them to life. We've shared how to converse about these passions and why it's so powerful to do so. Remember, hobbies and interests are more than just pastimes. They are opportunities for you to practice and improve your English-speaking skills. Whether it's cooking, playing sports, or reading, each offers a unique vocabulary and context to explore. But the most important takeaway? Keep practicing. The more you talk about your hobbies and interests, the more natural it will feel. And who knows, you might inspire someone else to pick up a new hobby along the way. Thank you for joining us today. Remember to like and subscribe for more English speaking practice. Until next time, keep exploring your hobbies and interests.